What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we're going to have a little fun with Ghost Rider, especially since just recently we're able to tier 3 White Fox. And White Fox really has made a huge difference on a lot of these characters that had the leadership tag, like Ghost Rider. It just makes an insane difference. I really wish I had her newest uniform so I could get a little extra damage to supervillains, get that extra chain hit damage by 15%, which would be massive for a character like Ghost Rider. And then having that 30% ignore dodge would really be pretty helpful for this guy, because he only has ignore dodge in his tier 3, right? So whenever you're facing Knull, whenever you do your tier 3, you're going to be fine. But if you're not using your tier 3, Knull is going to be dodging a lot of your attacks, and you definitely don't want to do that, because no matter how much damage you do, if he's dodging your attacks, you're just not going to do any damage. And I thought this also be a good little video to show y'all how I play Ghost Rider. I've gotten lots of requests about how to play him. You definitely want to be putting your proc on his 3rd skill. That's going to be very important for him, so you get the increased basic damage by 250% for 1 attack. And, fully awakened, Power of Angry Hulk said, CTP of Judgment, nothing mighty or anything. And then a mythic uniform. He's got a pretty good build for the most part. But we're going to be highlighting having Wave and White Fox on the team with a character like Ghost Rider. So first, we're just going to take on Knull. And we're going to go to the highest stage that I have available, at least for Ghost Rider, which is stage 19, where we can actually use humans, which means we can use White Fox and Wave. Can't use Valkyrie, unfortunately, because she is an alien. And then whenever you go to 20 to 24, you have to use male. And then from 25 to 29, you have to use female. So 19, unfortunately, is the highest we could go. But Ghost Rider definitely has the damage to go higher than this. And this is the way we're going to set the team. Now, something about Wave that's so amazing is, she gets the increased basic attack by 25%. And then on top of that, she's going to have the 50% increased damage to supervillains if you have this new uniform. And I know it's expensive. You got 2 heroic quest characters right here, but man, they are well worth leveling up. Supports never die. They always offer that damage to supervillains. And if I had White Fox's newest uniform and I had that 30% ignore dodge, I could easily switch out my strikers. I could easily take one of these ignore dodge strikers out of there and put in another damage to supervillain striker, which would actually add to our damage. Now, we are going to be using Venom here, because Ghost Rider seriously does need heals. That's kind of the bad thing about the character. Lots of power, but he does have a weak survivability. He can die fairly easy. So I'll go ahead and pull up the run for you all that we did here. All right, here we go. And I went ahead and just pre-recorded. I really didn't need to. Honestly, with this team, I could have easily just came in here and played it. But, I can talk a lot better whenever I can just watch what's going on instead of playing. Every time you start playing the game, you get so focused. And, I'll just be like, I'm not really chatting about what's really going on. But I always, with Ghost Rider, everybody plays him a little bit different. There's people that like to do different rotations. Personally, I always like to start with the 5, get his attack buff, let the ball come up in the air, then do the 4, he'll circle around on his bike, and then when he jumps up in the air and shoots down, as soon as he shoots down the chains, then go into the 3rd skill. And you're trying to get the proc at the end of the 5th skill, onto the 4, and then into the 3rd skill, ending on the 3rd skill. And then you just want to throw in the 2 and the 1 whenever you can. And just to prevent any confusion, the actual damage proc is the proc furthest to the left next to that pink icon with the mask there. But man, I tell you, having these supports, oh my god, really has made a huge difference. And again, man, if I had White Fox's new uniform, if we was getting that extra 15% chain hit damage, if we could add another striker because we'd have an extra 30% or dodge, man, that would make even more of a difference, which is nuts. Oh, and something I haven't tested, which I probably will, is in your dispatch missions, you could actually put White Fox on the team, because she actually has ignored all defense sound that goes up to 70%. And since she already buffs up Ghost Rider, who does play with a CTP of Judgment or a CTP of Rage, you don't really have to worry about landing the proc in there. That might be even a better team for dispatch missions, right? So that is something to think about. Now that she's got the tier 3, and now she's got that all defense down available, that goes up 70%, it might make her even better for the dispatch missions for Ghost Rider. I was already doing that a long time ago. I cleared the final stage of dispatch mission with Ghost Rider and White Fox and Odin, but I was relying on Odin's all defense down. Now, since White Fox has a tier 3 and she has that all defense down of 70%, and then she's going to get an increase of that with her leadership, then it's going to be just nutso damage, my friends. Unfortunately, the all defense down doesn't work here. Something else that's nice about having Wave, especially with Ghost Rider, is Ghost Rider's movement speed isn't the greatest. And having a character like Wave, you just have a lot of movement speed, right? She's just so fast. So I like to switch to her a lot whenever I have her on the team. I always hate it when my tier 3 is available and, you know, my third skill isn't ready, because I'm telling you, you do a lot more damage whenever you start the tier 3 and the chains show up and then you go into the third skill than what you do if you hit the tier 3 and then go into the fourth skill. But sometimes, you know, you just got to play things by ear when it comes to a character like Ghost Rider. Oh, we got interrupted a little bit there. Right there, the proc wasn't even engaged when we hit the third skill. It still did some good damage. Oh, watch out now. You won't get hit. I mean, Wave's fast, but she's fragile. She can die pretty damn quick. And this only took one try. It's very easy. I mean, and really, this run wasn't the best. It could have been better. Let's go. Come on. We'll hit our fifth skill. Now watch the damage we do here. Let the ball come up, hit the tier 3, chains show up, and then we hit the third skill, and bye-bye bars. Look at that. Stage 19 with 13% Pierce. Piece of cake. Easy for this guy. And I gotta admit, man, you know, having these extra supports and making a character that is like Ghost Rider, a character that is already so strong, even stronger, is pretty amazing. You know, for players that aren't as far in the game, that aren't as far in World Boss, when they have a character like White Fox and Wave leveled up, right, and they're going to have Ghost Rider more likely, because Ghost Rider's utility is very, very good in this game. He really is a great character, a great free-to-play character to level up. Plus, you get a CTB of Judgment from the legendary bout from Shang-Chi, which makes it even better for a character like Ghost Rider. A lot of people are, you know, they're going to pursue, especially a character like White Fox, to help buff up a character like Ghost Rider, right? I mean, you're going to want to have Venom, though. You definitely want to have Venom for this, because, man, he can die pretty easy. We'll hit our tier 3, and booyah. Bye-bye bars. You know, about 4 minutes. Could have done it a little bit faster. I actually think I could have shaved off maybe 20 to 30 seconds more off this run. So now let me show you how well he does against Mephisto. All right. Let's go. He's at 5. Going to the 4. He's going to jump up, throw the chains down, and we hit the third skill and start doing mega damage. Now, something that's pretty awesome about this, I got a little bit different team. Well, same team composition, but just in a different order. We're actually using Ghost Rider's leadership because he has that 50% fire resist down. And so right now he actually has 98% fire resistance down, right? And the fact that he's a universal, even, you know, he's going to have an advantage over Mephisto. So if you did increase his type enhancement, which I haven't done, you'd actually do, you know, 20% more damage to Mephisto than what I'm actually doing right now. And, you know, still having White Fox and Wave in the sidelines. Now, I could have put Wave in the leadership, and then we could have got an extra, you know, increase to basic attack damage. But I went ahead and just wanted to use that fire resist down, because against a character like Mephisto, Ghost Rider just won't be taking near as much damage from this character throughout a lot of this fight, throughout a lot of Mephisto's attack, because he does fire damage. And so against Mephisto's, Ghost Rider's survivability is actually very, very good. He actually does really well. I mean, I still like to use Venom because you can get caught every once in a while by certain attacks that will do a good amount of damage to you. So you still have to be careful with Ghost Rider. But this was pretty easy. Now, this is only stage 14 on my account. This is the highest I can go, unfortunately. But I might go higher because, honestly, this was pretty damn easy. I mean, Ghost Rider is like, I mean, look at that damage. He just freaking destroys this thing, right? And the other thing is, you know, a lot of times, like when you're facing Mephisto, people, they're going to want to use those fire resist down strikers to help their survivability with certain characters. Well, I mean, that's the thing about Ghost Rider. Because of his leadership, you don't really have to do that. I mean, some people would probably prefer having the increased basic attack damage increased for the leadership, but as you all can see, man, he just plows through this. I also love that he's got the ignore iframe on the third skill. I mean, that's just so sweet. So they can't hide, they can't get away from him, which is awesome. Oh, the damage, oh, the damage. I mean, this is, honestly, this is a joke for Ghost Rider. Stage 14 on my account against Mephisto is a complete joke. I mean, I don't put a lot of focus on Mephisto because he always, you know, he has a CTB regeneration. Even though I've never gotten a Mighty CTP from Knull, never gotten one at all. Let me know in the comments if any of you have ever gotten a CTP from the World Boss Legends. I've never gotten one, but I always like play Knull just because I'm trying to get, you know, the Mighty CTP. Whereas with Mephisto, it's just a regeneration, and I really have plenty of those obelisks already. Just don't need any more. There's only so many really strong PvP characters that we use in Timeline, and once you get, you know, certain obelisks on them, you're just not gonna need any more obelisks because there's only so many characters that are going to be good in PvP, at least in Timeline. Now in AC, that's going to be a little bit different story. But of course, you know, we got Wave here doing the old runaround because she's a whole lot faster than Ghost Rider. And now we're just going to destroy Mephisto. Get ready. Bye-bye bars. Meow. Look at that. Easy peasy. 3-minute clear. Stage 14 like it was nothing. I mean, Ghost Rider can go a lot higher than this. And he's going to go over stage 20 on my account. No problem. He's going to easily destroy over stage 20 on my account. So I just wanted to highlight, you know, having White Fox and having a Wave and the difference these characters really make for especially, you know, characters like Ghost Rider who have that leadership tag, characters that can actually benefit from it. I mean, there's so many in our roster that can benefit from having that support that's not even funny. And I got to tell you, man, it's awesome because it makes a character that you already love just that much stronger. So let me know how you're all feeling about Ghost Rider absolutely destroying World Boss Legend. And I stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT plus 7 time. The link will be in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.